Welcome to a new episode of Education Exchange, the most popular TV show all over the United States and the world. You know that it's a fact that we are not only on Channel 21 and Channel 18, but we are on public access TV website as well as on YouTube. So we are very popular, and this show was born about 20 years ago today. We are going to celebrate 20 years of this show very soon. It was established or founded by Mr. John Karhoff that we just met outside. It's a beautiful spring night, and we are happy. We just listened to a masterpiece done by our musicians of Borlaug Elementary School. To my right side is Asen, one of the musicians, followed by Laurel, and then their teacher, Diana. And if we go in front here, we have who you can complete.
Sure, this is Emma Grace.
Yeah, and
then Sanjeev and Demas.
And Dean. And tell us about this group first.
Sure.
How did it start, and why did you join the ORF Club to begin with? And what's an ORF Club?
So our ORF Club at Borlaug, we actually have two. We have a 4th grade group and a 5th and 6th grade group. We meet before school, and they're really essentially percussion ensembles for kids who really like to make music during class and would get up early in the morning to come and do a little more. I like to tease them that I think it's the extended learning program for music, but you can elect to come. So these 5 and about 55 other kids choose to get up early and come and make music weekly. And then we go perform in the community near the end of the year, such as at Oak Knoll next month and at an event called Music in the Village.
Norman Borlaug School was just born, right? I mean, she's a baby of our district, right? But she was born giant. Because when you guys, I came to visit with you there and prepare the production meeting, you were full of enthusiasm. I enjoyed very much the nature around you. And then I happened to meet the superintendent and talk to him about how beautiful the setting is. He said, this is one of my best places because you can see the trees around and the nature. And so you are blessed with a good school, new school, good team teachers. It was tremendous experience. And I would like to know and to inform people who don't know who Norman Borlaug is. So who's going to talk about Borlaug?
Norman Borlaug is a guy that changed the world by growing plants and wheat that just saves poor people that can't afford food. And so he went across the world and go to Africa and other places. And so he won the Nobel Peace Prize and help people, I guess.
Is there anything you want to add to that?
He went around the world basically, and he won a prize in India, and he just basically studied wheat, and he just gave his formula to people so they could grow their wheat and they could have more food then.
So he was a scientist that devoted his efforts and scientific discovery to help people in need in the world, right? Yeah. And that's why we celebrated him in Iowa City here. Is that was the reason? Yeah. Because we are, of course, an agricultural country here, and that was essential for our lives here, to have this kind of green revolution. Now, back again to the music. I hear that you are a descendant of musicians. Tell me about your family first.
My dad played in a band called Acoustic Mayhem, and...
What's your dad's name?
Mike Haverkamp.
Mike Haverkamp, the famous Mike.
Yeah, he plays the banjo in the band. It's mostly like
in addition of being an educator too, right?
Yeah, he works for the school district. He's the tech guy.
He's a tech guy. You think it's easy to combine technology with music? Have you ever discussed this with him?
I try not to discuss.
And your mom is an educator too, right? Wonderful. So you tell me about your family.
My name is Asen, and I was actually adopted from Bulgaria, so I left the orphanage from Bulgaria when I was 3, and now I live here in the U.S., which is really cool, and I'm really happy that I go to Borlaug because I have a lot of friends that go there, and the teachers are really just so nice there, and my dad is Horacio Olivo, and my mom is Karen Olivo, and she works at Southeast Junior High with the Iowa City Community School District. And then I have an adopted sister from China named Sophia, and yeah.
So you are really multicultural family.
Yes,
Yeah,
we are.
the typical diverse modern family.
Yeah.
Wonderful. And they encourage you to do music and.
Yeah, they encourage me to do a lot of things. Personally, I just sing myself to sleep sometimes. Yeah. I really like Taylor Swift, so I sing myself to sleep with that music.
So can you give us like a little Taylor Swift piece? No?
I'm not very. Yeah. But yeah, they encouraged me to do this. Well.
So are you preparing in the future to go on The Voice, for instance?
Oh well, I don't know about that,
No?
but I mean.
So when you think about your future, what would you like to be in the future?
I really like flying and like playing with like airplanes. So I'm thinking maybe if I would be like a pilot of an airplane, or maybe like drive like a, well, not drive, but like be a leader of a big cruise ship, or like what else, be a teacher maybe like my mom. There's just so many things out there. It's kind of hard to like actually put my mind on it right now, but when I grow up, it'll probably be that straight, you know, like I have the thing, like the job I want to do, and then so.
How about Emma Grace?
My mom is actually the principal of Borlaug, and my dad, he works as a teacher at Wickham Elementary. And when I grew up, I sort of want to be a marine biologist, but I'm not 100% sure yet. And I also play piano out of school, and I think it's really fun to be in Orff Club because, you know, we get to learn all these new pieces, and I can actually practice them on the piano too, so I get practice at home. And it's really fun. I really like to sing too, but...
Taylor Swift again? No?
And I have 2 sisters, an older one who is at Northwest, and she also does piano, and is actually in their show choir. And I also have a younger sister who goes to Borlaug at the moment, who also plays piano, and she wants to be in show choir too. So. And
your mom, before Borlaug, she was a principal at Roosevelt, right?
Yeah, that was also my old school. And yeah, she was a teacher before that too, and then a vice principal. So.
Wonderful. How about Sanjeev?
My name is Sanjeev Serene. I'm 11 years old, and I was born here in Iowa. My dad is a doctor. He studies internal medicine. My mom owns a business center, a learning center, and she's doing a volunteering thing. I went to school at Lincoln Elementary, but then I got transferred here to Borlaug, and I made a friend, Awesome Demas, and I, had a lot of fun here. Then what I want to be when I grow up, I want to be a pediatrician, a doctor like my dad, and I play tennis, I play piano, I do percussion too. So.
Is that all?
Is that all?
That's a lot already.
Oh yeah, and I used to play soccer.
Two, wow. Okay, awesome, Demas.
My name is Demas, and I'm 11 years old. My dad is Heru Widiatmo, and so he works at ACT. And my mom is Ade Widiatmo. She kind of gets a lot of job. So usually she just, I don't know, she wants to like get a lot of job so she can help our family. And I have two brothers, which is Arya and Arya Faisal. Long story about the last name. I'm not going to talk about it. So anyways, the reason I signed up for Orf Club is because I really like music and I want to participate in, I guess, any music club. And so when I grow up, I want to be either a pianist or an archaeologist. I don't really know.
Well,
And
he is
so-
already a television star. I mean, he took us back to where we started, you know. That's why did you join the club, right? So you are very attentive. I think you probably should replace me here. Okay, so this is this club. Do you have other clubs in school similar to this or any other activities?
I guess I'll take this one. There is the chess club, which is on Wednesdays in the morning from like what probably
It's from
he probably knows. I don't know if he does it. But,
well, I go, but it's from.
This is probably the only thing that you don't take, Sanjeev.
Maybe 7:30.
Yeah, 7:30 to like 8:10 or something. So yeah.
And then I think that's pretty much all the clubs. Orf Club, Chess Club. No, well, then there's like extra activities like at the end of the school, like Safety Patrol, which is where you help like kindergartners or like whatever you're assigned to do. And then there's PAT, and I'm in PAT, and I was in Safety Patrol. Our trimester with Safety Patrol just ended today, so yeah. And then we have, what else? We have orchestra, band, and then Texperts, which is with Miss Cross, our librarian at Borlaug, and I'm in Texperts. So yeah, I'm in a lot of things, I would say.
We have autism helpers.
Yeah, we have autism. I did that. I helped them. Yeah.
So you have a club to help people with disability in general.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and this on volunteer basis, you know, like you.
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's really spectacular.
Yeah, they have a lot of it.
So when will be your next show, or what you're planning for the?
All right, we're kind of building up. I believe it's May 8th. We're taking both groups, so nearly 60 kids by bus, and hopefully plenty of chaperones, over to Oak Knoll residence and performing there for, I think we've done it a couple years with the Roosevelt Work Club initially.
Yeah, I remember that. That was really fun.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about that experience since this will be year 3 for you, Emma?
Yeah,
Sure.
that's.
I think it's really cool playing for the people who live at Oak Knoll, and it's a fun experience. It's sort of, if we do grow up and become performers, it helps us, you know, sort of get used to playing in a crowd. And of course, all of the people who actually watch us are very nice and they clap and everything. They are very nice people. I think it's a nice experience. We get to eat outside most of the time unless it's raining, so that's also fun. And of course, it is a little scary, you know, because you're of course worried that you're going to mess up in front of everybody. But, you know, typically everything goes fine and it turns up into being a really fun field trip. And in addition, you get to miss some of school. So that can be good or bad.
Well, as a matter of fact, one of the residents there is Dr. Dick Kaplan. And Dick Kaplan was, still is, one of the best pianists in the world. And he's not only, he doesn't only play piano, but he knows about piano, about history of composers. And the funny thing about it, your dad probably may be interested in this, Sanjeev. He is a physician too. He used to be the dean of the medical school here. So you are right. I mean, they are attentive and they listen very well. And I can see why you may be a little nervous playing with them, because they know music, and some of them are very established musicians too. I just would like to say something about the parents that are sitting here. I mean, that's phenomenal, because usually we don't get all this crowd of live audience, you know, and they are all proud of you. You can feel that, you know, by looking at them and their eyes, you know, following their kids on live TV. That's something they are so proud of. So this is another thing about Borlaug. First impression is how enthusiastic you were. And I have to be honest with you, it's not with all schools I get the same reception, you know, to be honest. I mean, I have to be fair too. I know that it's not very politically correct, but it's true. So for this, I really thank you very much for the hospitality, for introducing me to my friends here, that I became familiar with them, and with their names and with their music, and with the enthusiasm of parents who are today here. And this can give you an idea of how these people evaluate and feel about education. Now, Borlaug is a little baby that was born giant, right?
You got it.
You like it there, huh?
I'm very happy. It's a wonderful mix of kids that have really diverse backgrounds and stories. And I think it's a really healthy balance of all types of staff and with different experiences. So we've all kind of landed there from different places, and I think are all very happy to be there, students and staff. So.
How many music teachers are there now?
Right now, I'm the general music teacher, and I teach all of the kids. Typically, general music teachers either travel to fill out their contracts, or we're a little over, but we're in that magic middle right now where it's just me and only me. As far as orchestra and band go, we have Mr. Gensch and Mr. Brown, who come in and teach band and orchestra. And they're also in several different buildings. So. Yeah.
And in academics, you are an excellent school too. I saw
the
that
kids do
scores.
really well.
You do very well. And some of you will go to Northwest, and some will go to Southeast, or all of you will go to Northwest?
All of us will be going to North.
Yeah, probably, because
I don't know. I think
I wouldn't survive going to Southeast.
See, I think it's a trade-off because Northwest is a little smaller than Southeast, but City High, I think, is. Sorry.
bless you.
City High, it's the feeding school, right?
Yeah.
Northwest is the feeding school for City High, right?
No, Northwest is a feeding school to West.
To West High.
Yeah,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
Southeast and half and somewhat of Northwest goes to City, and then the other half of Northwest and North Central, another middle school, goes to West.
And is it? I know that you are in a little remote area away from Iowa City. Is it easy for the kids to arrive there, or?
Yeah,
Pretty
pretty
easy.
much.
There's several buses. There are several buses who bring kids in. So.
From Roosevelt area, the kids.
Yeah, I believe kind of if you follow, what would it be? Is it Melrose? I'm thinking in towards. There's a kind of a pocket there that gets bussed in. Yeah, so it pulls from, I think, a couple
Place to
miles
place,
toward
really.
downtown, and then that neighborhood there.
I want you to tell us and the audience about your experience, because this is your 5th year now in Iowa City, and before that you were in Twin Cities,
Yeah,
and you spent some time in Thailand, right?
I did. Yeah, so I started this being my 14th year of teaching. I started at a charter school in St. Paul, Minnesota, and taught there for a few years while I worked on my teaching license and master's degree. And then in 2004, my husband and I decided to take a leap, and we went to a recruiting fair and ended up at International School, Bangkok. Thought we'd stay for a couple of years, but we're so excited about all the opportunities there and of traveling and meeting people and the language and culture that we stayed for 5 years, and we had our 2 sons there who are now 5 and 7. So, but we decided after
They were
okay.
born in Thailand?
They were born in Thailand. Yeah.
So they have double nationality, or
Well,
what?
they have Thai birth certificates,
Yeah.
but we didn't seek the nationality.
passport,
Yeah, we knew
okay.
we'd be coming back. So after 5 years, we packed it up and knew it was time to come home. Otherwise, we would just get caught up in the international teaching circuit, which is wonderful, but we wanted to come back. So landed, looked at jobs in Minneapolis and Iowa City, and I got the first offer here, so we jumped.
So you think your experience in Thailand had added to your educational experience somehow?
I think
or-
absolutely, yeah. And as far as musical interests, I know for me, I've worked really hard to kind of collect Thai songs and games and use them with kids. I think all of you have played at least 1 or 2 Thai pieces. And yeah, you're probably like over those, okay.
So you
But-
teach
More
them
than
Thai music?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that's excellent.
So I actually this last fall worked on putting together a big kind of portfolio of Thai songs and games and the process I used to teach them to kids without that background, and shared it at a national conference for other music teachers. So that was for personally, I don't think I talk about that with you, but that was a big thing for me. And these guys are great because they let me do the daily work with you as I try to make these lessons better and better to share with other teachers.
So now that we have about 3-4 minutes, right? I would like you to look at the camera and tell the people, what do you think about our education? What do you think is positive? How we can make it better? Because I just don't want you to feel that you are here to say yes, sir, yes, ma'am. I want you to express your views, and you are on the air. So tell us how we can make our school better. It's good that we have Mike Haverkamp sitting there, one of the leaders of the education system here, a remarkable man.
They'll pay you later, yeah.
So we want your word to come, because you are the consumers and you are the beneficiaries, and you are the ones that we devote our time and efforts in order to make them successful. So if you have some words for our audience here, tell us what's positive about Iowa City and how we can make it better.
Iowa City has kind of like positive people, and so they're helpful also. And usually Iowa is a place where a lot of wheat and food are grown in, and so I guess we have a lot of wheat. I don't know.
You are very interested in the environmental issues, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. Sanjeev.
Iowa, home of the wheat and corn.
Okay.
Iowa's a great place. We have a lot of corn. Yeah. Anyways, but there are a lot of nice people, some mean people, but you know, it's great. I don't know really what to say to change, but it's just a good
And the
place.
schools, you think that we are doing a good job in our schools?
Yeah, the education's good. Maybe they could raise it a little higher, more teachers or something. I don't know, but Iowa's a great place to live.
We should learn more things.
Yeah, learn more things.
Emma Grace.
I personally think that the school district is really good. I like how they have set up our, learning. How one example is that we have our social studies unit, and then we also have our reading unit separately. And what happens is, and I think this is good at least, is that what happens. So in social studies, we were recently learning about, not too long ago, about the Egyptian pharaohs. And then in our reading books by Hood and Mifflin, we came back to one story about one of the Egyptian pharaohs that we sort of learned about. So I think that's cool how it sort of comes back into sort of a review. One thing that I think that they could change, but don't take this too seriously, I'm just a kid.
Go ahead, quickly.
Is that we should have more stuff for kids who are, above the grade level. And I know they do have an extended learning program, but a lot of really, really smart kids.
Some challenging courses.
Yeah, they still don't make it into that. And
I cannot express how delightful we were tonight. As you see, the director is telling me to wrap it up. So I really am so proud of you, and thank you again for hosting us and for being here tonight. This program is going to be on Channel 21 a lot, I hope. And we are a lot on Channel 18. Not as much on Channel 21, and I'm complaining, by the way, because it's supposed to be educational exchange, and the main sponsor is educational department here. And we are on YouTube, as I said, and public access TV. Thank you, Diana, very much. Well, everybody here, thank you. That was a wonderful, wonderful evening. And ladies and gentlemen, have a very good night. Go visit Borlaug and enjoy the nature and the beauty and the good program and good education there. Thank you.